I'm standing in front of the airport T station, the bus that once took me to my job at Brookstone in Terminal C at Logan Airport here in Boston. I was recently fired from my job. The reason wasn't that I didn't do my job correctly, it was because I expressed my belief that homosexuality is wrong. That's the reason that I was fired. I reported for work on last Saturday, just like any other work day, and a manager came in from one of our other Brookstone locations, and the manager told me she was getting married, and I said, congratulations. I said, where is he taking you for the honeymoon? And this manager from this other Brookstone location told me, she corrected me, where is she taking me? She used that pronoun she. And so she was saying, in other words, that she had a fiance who's a woman. And I didn't say anything. I quickly changed the subject and kind of went on with the work day. But this manager from another store who was a superior of mine made repeated references to her so-called female fiance throughout the day. And I felt, as a Christian, that it made me uncomfortable because I see that type of behavior as immoral, personally. And as the end of the day came, this manager from the other store, my superior, was about to leave, and she brought up her so-called female fiance for the fourth time, at least the fourth time. And I said to her, out of earshot of anybody, not to make a scene or anything. There was no one else around us. I said, regarding homosexuality, I believe that's bad stuff. And I was going to explain that I would prefer that she didn't bring it up in the workplace, because I don't believe that controversial issues like that have any place in the workplace at all, particularly in a region of the country where it's such a sensitive issue. But the manager from the other store, she started laughing, and she walked out into the Terminal C concourse, and she said, HR buddy, keep your opinions to yourself. And she said, get over it. Before she said that, she said, get over it. And she started laughing. She said, HR buddy, keep your opinions to yourself. In other words, she retaliated against me for expressing that, expressing my sincere belief that homosexuality is wrong. I just wanted to tell her, look, I'd prefer if you didn't mention that around me, because as a Christian, I think that's bad stuff, as I told her. I was fired. Basically, if you work for any company in Massachusetts, if you work for any business, they can fire you for expressing your beliefs as a Christian, even if other people are expressing beliefs to the contrary, which she did by bringing up her so-called female fiance. Repeated times throughout the workplace. She was making me uncomfortable. I just wanted to ask her to stop, and they retaliated against me, which that particular company, Brookstone's Code of Ethics, expressly forbids retaliation when somebody claims that there's a harassment situation going on. And I'm not really the type of guy to complain about this kind of stuff, but I'm a little upset that I got fired because I expressed my belief after being countered with this superior's belief multiple times. And in the termination letter here that they sent me, they cited the fact that homosexual marriage, so-called homosexual marriage, is legal in Massachusetts, and that's why this superior of mine talking about her fiance wasn't considered harassing to Brookstone. This termination letter says, in the state of Massachusetts, same-sex marriage is legal, and there will be people with whom you work who have fiancés or spouses who are the same gender. I further explained, this letter says that her fiancé is female, and and that's a factual statement, this termination letter says, and that's not an expression of opinion. In other words, because Brookstone says that homosexual marriage is legal in Massachusetts, that they're using that as a reason to say that, well, if she keeps bringing up her female fiance all day long at me to work repeatedly and without any provocation on my part, that's not a statement of opinion on her part. That's just a fact. Brookstone is saying that she has a so-called female fiance, the superior of mine. So if homosexual marriage does become legal in your state, you could be fired for your job as well, just for expressing your belief that you disagree with that lifestyle. The other thing about Brookstone specifically is that in their video that they show you when they're hiring you, all employees to my knowledge watch it, there's a video of a character who calls himself gay, and he says in the video he's offended by a pair of guys who are walking by, and they're talking, and one of them says, well, gee, you know, I'd be uncomfortable if a homosexual hit on me, and he's offended by that. So that means that not only is your job in jeopardy if you work in the state of Massachusetts or any other state where it's perceived that homosexual marriage is legal, your job is in jeopardy if you work for any Brookstone and you disagree with that. I mean, you could have a so-called homosexual person hit on you, and you won't be able to say anything, because by expressing your belief that what they're doing is wrong, you're harassing them.